Hello everyone, this is our last lecture of chapter electrostatics which contains theory part, and then in next lecture we are going to solve numericals as usual. So last part of this chapter starts with displacement current concept. Now what is displacement current? It is a quantity appearing in Maxwell's equation. Displacement current defined in terms of rate of change of displacement field, which is electric displacement field. When the capacitor starts charging, there is no conduction of charge between the plates. However, because of change in charge accumulation with time above the plates, the electric field changes, causing the displacement current. When you consider displacement current at that time, we know that electric current in DC circuits constitutes a flow of free electrons. You can see few things in given diagram. Parallel plate capacitor with a dielectric which is connected across DC source. In the conducting part of circuit, free electrons are responsible for flow of current. But in the region between the plates of the capacitor, there are no free electrons available for conduction in dielectrics. The current due to changing electric field is produced over there. As the circuit is closed, the current flows through the circuit and grows to its maximum value in constant time period, that is finite time period. The conduction current is same everywhere excepting inside the capacitor. Current passes through the leads of the capacitor. The electric field between plates increases, and this is turn causes polarization of dielectric. Now, we already discussed few things about dielectrics. हमने इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक्स के बारे में, पोलराइजेशन के बारे में पढ़ लिया पूरा का पूरा. देन पोलराइजेशन का पोलार नॉन पोलार के साथ रिलेशन हमने देख लिया. सही बात है. सो दिस आइडिया ऑफ डिस्प्लेसमेंट करंट conceived by James Clerk Maxwell in 1861. This idea is in connection with displacement of electrical particles in dielectric medium. But further, Maxwell added displacement current to the electric current term in Ampere's circuital law. Maxwell used amended version of Ampere's circuital law to derive the electromagnetic wave equation. The displacement current term is seen as a crucial addition that completed Maxwell's equations and is necessary to explain many phenomena, most particularly the existence of electromagnetic waves. So here, there is a current in a dielectric due to the movement of bound charges. The current due to bound charges called displacement current or charge separation current. Charge produced on the plates of capacitor, as we know, it is because of electric field. This charge is given by AK epsilon naught into E. Let's differentiate above equation. We are going to differentiate this equation with respect to time. So dq by dt is equal to d by dt of AK epsilon naught E. Now we know that AK epsilon naught is overall constant term. That's why dq by dt is equal to AK epsilon naught dE by dt. Now rate of change of charge with respect to time, as we all know, it is current. That's why given equation becomes IC, that is conduction current, is equal to dq by dt is equal to AK epsilon naught dE upon dt. Now we required value of dE by dt, so it is IC upon AK epsilon naught. Now if ak epsilon naught is fixed or constant, then dE upon dt is directly proportional with conduction current. Now we can say that the rate of change of electric field across the capacitor is directly proportional to the current or conduction current flowing in the conducting part of the circuit. The quantity on the RHS of equation 8.24 जो हमें बोला गया, this is ये वाला, it is having dimensions of electric current and it's caused by displacement of bound charges in the dielectric of the capacitor under the influence of electric field. It means it's a equation having unit and dimension of current itself. Therefore, unit will be ampere and dimension is I raised to 1 or Q1 T1. Now, when you consider this current, it's called displacement current. It is equivalent to the rate of flow of charge in the conducting part of the circuit. We are going to consider if there is no dielectric between the plates. It means in the absence of dielectric between the plates of capacitor, at that time it's a air or vacuum medium, and for that value of dielectric constant is 1. Therefore, K is equal to 1 and the displacement current becomes A epsilon naught dE upon dt. We are going to consider broad generalization of displacement current. It can be stated that the displacement current do not remain confined to the space between plates of capacitor. It exists at any point in space where time varying electric field exists. It means the ratio of dE upon dt is not equal to 0. So this is all about displacement current. Now we are going to solve 1 or 2 examples discussing, and then we'll move towards next point. Now the examples are there in your textbook itself. A parallel plate capacitor has an area of 4 centimeters square and a plate separation of 2 millimeter. We have to calculate its capacitance, and second, what is its capacitance if the space between plates is filled completely with a dielectric having dielectric constant 6.7. Now area is given, it's 4 centimeters square. We have to convert it in the form of meter. So it will become 4 into 10 raised to minus 4 meters square. Distance between two plates is given, that is D is equal to 2 millimeter. So you have to again convert it in the form of meter. 2 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter. Epsilon naught we know 8.85 into 10 raised to minus 12 coulomb square per Newton meter square, and K ka value given as 6.7. Now capacitance is A epsilon naught upon D. Generally it is V upon D, but again you can consider it as A epsilon naught upon D. Substitute all values and find out capacitance value, which is in the form of Faraday. For second condition, capacitance is given by with dielectric medium AK epsilon naught upon D. Again, either you have value of A epsilon naught upon D over here, just multiply this term by 6.7, or you can do it with this method. Again substitute at all values and find out. It's your choice how to solve it, but formula is same. Second, in a capacitor of capacitance 20 microfarad, the distance between the plates is 2 millimeter. If the dielectric slab of width 1 millimeter and constant 2 is inserted between the plates, what is new capacitance? Now, given value of C is 20 microfarad, it's 20 into 10 raised to minus 6 farad. Distance 2 millimeter, that is 2 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter. Thickness 1 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter. K is equal to 2. Now C का वैल्यू होता है A epsilon naught upon D and C dash का वैल्यू होता है जो हमने फाइंड आउट किया था, that is A epsilon naught D minus T प्लस टी अपॉन के। यही कहाँ हमने फाइंड आउट किया था वो भी आपको दिखाती हूँ। ये देखो ये वाला इक्वेशन, ए एप्सिलॉन नॉट डिवाइडेड बाई डी माइनस टी प्लस टी अपॉन के। डायरेक्ट वैल्यूज है, सब्स्टिट्यूट डायरेक्ट करना है, सी अपॉन सी डैश डी माइनस टी प्लस टी अपॉन डी। डी का वैल्यू 2 इंटू 10⁻³ टी का वैल्यू 1 इंटू 10⁻³ के इज 2 and c is 20. Find out value of c dash after substituting all values and just solve it out. I hope you understood this term. The question might be like this: write a long note on displacement current or explain or discuss the term displacement current in brief. Moving towards next point, we are going to find out the value of energy stored in capacitor. Now let's start with energy stored in capacitor. We are going to discuss about equation which gives us the value of energy which stored in capacitor. Capacitor is a device used to store energy. It means charging a capacitor means transferring electrons from one plate to the another plate of capacitor. In these movements, work done takes place or work done produced by the battery in order to remove the electrons against opposing forces. These forces arising since the electrons are being pushed to the negative plate which repels them, and electrons are removed from positive plate which attracts them. In these both cases, the forces oppose the transfer from one plate to another. We know that as per number of charges or amount of charges increases, the opposition or repulsion also increases. This work done is stored in the form of electrostatic energy in electric field between the plates. So what is that amount? Here you are going to consider one capacitor. उस capacitor का capacitance है C. DC source attach किया हुआ है उसको and the amount is V volts. Now we are going to consider charge Q dash on capacitor and V is potential difference. Now C is equal to, we know that Q upon V. यहाँ पे हम लोगों ने चार्ज कितना कंसिडर किया है Q dash. So C is equal to Q dash divided by V. Now a small amount of work done, if we want, then transfer of charge भी कितना होना चाहिए? Very small. So we are going to consider that charge as delta Q. Therefore, we know that potential क्या होता है? Work done upon charge. Clear है? So work done is equal to क्या होगा? Potential into charge. So work done is equal to potential into charge difference, that is dq. Now V का वैल्यू देखो, according to this equation V क्या होगा? Q dash upon C. So Q dash upon C delta Q. ये क्या हो गया? एक छोटे से अमाउंट के लिए हो गया. Now we want total work done. If I require total work done, it is given by integration form. So integration of dW is equal to Q dash upon C delta Q. Minimum आपका चार्ज कितना है? 0. मैक्सिमम कितना है? कैपिटल Q. Now 1 upon C constant Q dash upon delta Q आपके पास है. Now we know that integration of x raised to n is given by x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1. So it's q square upon 2. 0 to q movement हो रहा है. Now हमें क्या करना है? यहाँ पे उसके जो रेंजेस है, मैक्सिमम लिमिट, मिनिमम लिमिट, वो सब्स्टिट्यूट करने हैं. So half q square upon 2 minus 0 upon 2. So आपको फाइनली मिलेगा half q square upon c. This work done is stored as or in the form of electrical potential energy of capacitor. There are few different forms also of this work done. First half q square upon c. Now for c you can substitute q upon v. यहाँ पे आपने अगर q upon v सब्सिट्यूट कर दिया तो ये क्या हो जाएगा, एक q दूसरा q कैंसिल, ये बच जाएगा हाफ सी वी स्क्वायर, तीसरा आएगा हाफ q इंटू v. So there are few forms of that particular equation. Now you have to use any one of them according to given data for finding final value of energy in numericals. The energy supplied to the battery is QV, but energy stored is half QV. What about remaining half? Remaining half of energy is wasted as heat in connecting wires and battery itself. Let's move towards one numerical given in your textbook. A parallel plate air capacitor has a capacitance of 3 into 10 raised to minus 9 Faraday. A slab of dielectric constant 3 and thickness 3 centimeter completely fills the space between plates. The potential difference between the plates is maintained constant at 400 volt. What is the change in energy of capacitor if slab is removed? Now first of all, energy stored in capacitor with air find out करते, then when removed वो find out करेंगे, and then change मतलब हम दोनों का difference लेंगे. ये हो गया skeleton. सबसे पहले हाफ सी वी स्क्वायर, हाफ सी का वैल्यू 3 दिया हुआ है, 3 इंटू 10 रेज़ टू माइनस 9, वी 400 वोल्ट. ये करने के बाद आपको सबसे पहले मिला ई का वैल्यू. अब क्या किया है, व्हेन स्लैब ऑफ डाइलेक्ट्रिक कांस्टेंट 3 इज इंट्रोड्यूस बिटवीन प्लेट्स, C इज इक्वल टू के सी डैश, तो आपको मिला 9 इंटू 10 रेज़ टू माइनस 9. नाउ फॉर दैट अगेन लेट्स फाइंड आउट एनर्जी विथ सेम फॉर्मूला हाफ सी वी स्क्वायर. सी डैश वी स्क्वायर के लिए हमें मिला 72 इंटू 10 रेज़ टू माइनस 5, एक मिला 24 इंटू 10 रेज़ टू माइनस 5, अनदर यू हैव 72 इंटू 10 रेज़ टू माइनस 5. We want change in energy, so let's subtract that both values. It will become 72 minus 24 into 10 raised to minus 5, 48 into 10 raised to minus 5 joule. So you can say or you can conclude an increase in energy on introducing the slab of dielectric material. Clear hai? Now last point, like a theory part from this chapter, we are going to discuss about Van de Graaff generator, its application, working, construction and uses too. Last point, that is Van de Graaff generator. This is device used to develop very high potentials of order almost 10 raised to 7 volts. These resulting large electric fields are used to accelerate charged particles to high energies needed for experiments. It is designed by scientist Van de Graaff. This generator is based on phenomenon of corona discharge, that is action of sharp points. The property that charge given to a hollow conductor is transferred to its outer surface and distributed uniformly over it. If the charge is continuously supplied to an insulated metallic conductor, the potential of conductor goes on increasing. These are principles. Van de Graaff generator is an electrostatic generator which uses a moving belt to accumulate electric charge on a hollow metal globe on the top of insulated column, creating very high electric potential. It produces very high voltage directly, and again it produces very high voltage direct current also. As we already discussed, this is invented by American scientist, that is Robert J. Van de Graaff. So according to your textbook, let's move towards its construction and working, and then I'll show you one video regarding how it works. So look at this construction. Here there is one conveyor belt made up of insulating material. We consider that material as reinforced rubber or silk. There are two pulleys P1 and P2. The belt is kept continuously moving by a motor driving the lower pulley P1. The spray brush A consisting of large number of pointed wires. It's connected to the positive terminal of high voltage DC power supply. From this brush, positive charge can be spread on the belt, which can be collected by another similar brush C. This brush C is connected to a large dome-shaped hollow metallic conductor D. You can see it in this diagram. जो कुछ मैं बता रही हूँ, it's everything is there in your textbook itself. So आपको क्या करना है, इसको in the form of points आपको convert करते जाना है एंड अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट आपको क्या करता जाएंगे, मार्क्स मिलते जाएंगे. अदरवाइज आप अगर ये पूरा का पूरा ऐसे ही इन द फॉर्म ऑफ पैरा याद रखने की कोशिश करोगे, विच इज नॉट मच इजियर फॉर यू. नाउ टू प्रिवेंट द लीकेज ऑफ चार्ज फ्रॉम द डोम, द पुली एंड द बेल्ट अरेंजमेंट, the dome and a part of evacuated tube are enclosed inside a large steel vessel filled with nitrogen at very high pressure. Small quantity of freon gas is mixed with nitrogen to ensure better insulation between the vessel and the contents. The metal plate M held opposite to the brush A on the other side of the belt is connected to the vessel S. Now, how it works? It pulls electrons from the earth, move along a belt and stores them on the large sphere. These electrons repel each other and try to get as far away from each other as possible, spreading out on the surface of sphere. Therefore, when you consider a simple working, a Van de Graaff generator removes electron to produce a positive charge on its dome. This force will act on any charged particle in the electric field around the dome. A person insulated from the ground and touching the dome of the Van de Graaff generator will also lose electrons and become positively charged. Now let's go through your textbook. मैंने आपको ये easy way में बता दिया, but according to textbook पढ़ते जाते हैं. The electrical motor connected to the pulley P1 is switched on, which begins to rotate, setting the conveyor belt into motion. ये क्या होता है, घूमना चालू हो जाता है, right? आपने चक्की वाला बेल्ट देखा है, वैसे ये काम करता है. From the pointed ends of the spray brush A, positive charge is continuously spread on belt B. The belt carries this charge in the upward direction. मतलब ये जब घूमने लगता है ना, तो आने वाला चार्ज क्या होगा, upward then downward then again upward then again downward, right? As the dome is hollow, the charge is distributed over the outer surface of the dome. देखो यहाँ पे आपको दिखाई दे रहा है चार्ज क्या है, ये outer surface पे spread हुआ है. The positive ions such as protons or deuterons from the small vessel containing ionized hydrogen or deuterium are then introduced in the upper part of evacuated accelerator tube. मतलब यहाँ पे क्या हो जाता है, positive charge introduce हो जाते हैं. These ions repelled by the electrode are accelerated in the downward direction. ये जो charge यहाँ पे आ रहा है वो क्या कर रहा है, because of that acceleration, because of that movement, वो downward direction में क्या हो रहा है, move हो रहा है, due to very high fall of potential along the tube. These ions acquire very high energy. These high energy charged particles are then directed so as to strike a desired target. तो यहाँ पे आपको जो movement, उसका जो मोशन बताया गया है वो किस चीज के लिए बताया गया है, वहां पे वेरी हाई पोटेंशियल प्रोड्यूस हो रहा है, वेरी हाई पोटेंशियल करंट ऑल्सो प्रोड्यूस्ड ओवर देयर. नाउ वेयर यू कैन यूज दीज ऑल मतलब क्या है, डायरेक्टली ये यूज नहीं हो सकता है, बट इसके कुछ एप्लीकेशंस है. टू कैरी आउट द डिसइंटीग्रेशन ऑफ न्यूक्लियाई ऑफ डिफरेंट एलिमेंट्स, टू प्रोड्यूस रेडियो एक्टिव आइसोटोप्स, टू स्टडी द न्यूक्लियर स्ट्रक्चर, टू स्टडी डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ न्यूक्लियर रिएक्शन, accelerating electrons to sterilize food and process materials. मतलब ये सारे जो uses है, scientific uses, these all are considered as the applications of Van de Graaff generator. So this is end of your chapter according to your textbook, according to your theory part. Now I am going to show you one demo of this particular Van de Graaff generator and its working. In next lecture we are going to solve all numericals from this chapter. But before that I want formula list with all of you. मैं हमेशा हर chapter में बताती जा रही हूँ, that is very important. So go through this chapter, make a formula list, and in this lecture we are going to solve all numericals from this chapter. So let's start with that video.
The Van de Graaff generator was invented by Robert Van de Graaff around 1930. Used originally to charge particles in atomic accelerators, nowadays it's used mostly to educate students about electrostatics. It can even make your hair stand on end in a dramatic display of static electricity. We'll see here how it works. The instrument features a small motor that makes a roller at the bottom of the machine start turning. That roller causes a belt to turn, which then causes a second roller at the top of the machine to turn. Two metal combs are positioned very close to the belt, one at the top, one at the bottom, and the whole thing is topped off by a large metal sphere. Although all Van de Graaff generators have these parts, they're not all made of the same materials and may work a little differently, but they all exploit the relative tendency of materials to lose or hold on to negatively charged electrons.
So in this way, working of Van de Graaff generator moves on as a cyclic process. So I'll stop here for now for this lecture. As I said, I want formula list with all of you in next lecture where we are going to solve all numericals from this chapter. So let me leave. Have a nice day. Bye bye.